Club World Cup Fantasy Match Day 3 Wildcard and Team Selection. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going through the top transfer picks to have in your Match Day 3, and I am playing the Wildcard, so we'll go through that as well. Basically, it's my team selection. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, here's a stat for you guys. Over 70% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now, let's make a deal. It's in the next few minutes. If you guys get the value that you're looking for from this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It would honestly make a huge difference in helping me and my one-man team, bringing you guys more content throughout the season. So, sounds like a deal? Let's get into it. All right, guys. As you can see, I've already been jumping into things. But yeah, let's go through firstly how I've done in Match Day 2. So Match Day 2 so far, I've got about 4 players actually with Erling Haaland to play on the bench. I am currently around rank 3k. I'm not sure if you guys can see it over there, so I'm 3.4. Very happy with the rank. And yeah, I think, for me, it's very obvious. I'm going to see how the game with Juventus goes. And then I'm basically going to see if I need Erling Haaland. Joking. I'm definitely going to bring in Erling Haaland. For me, the pain point really has been the captaincy. So I'm really hoping that it works out before I have to go all the way to Haaland. But I think, the sad part is I think it's Erling Haaland that's actually going to be the best captaincy here. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Yildiz can do it for me. He doesn't really need to get a lot based on what the highest captaincy he's done this match day. And then, yeah, but I'm very happy with where I'm at. In all honesty, I think seeing a lot of content creators not necessarily having done well, even though they've played their chips. I haven't played any of my chips. So keeping that for the knockout phase to be more differential. But yeah, that's basically a review of my Match Day 2. Now let's get into Match Day 3 for you guys. I have already played the wild card and I have also set it up, but I want us to still have a few things that we can discuss basically. So I think it's more so a lot of options rather than certainties. So I think let's start off with the goalkeeping department, of course. So in goals right now, I've got the Boca Juniors goalkeeper, Marcian, and he's 4.4 million basically. So I'm really happy with him there, playing against Auckland City. I think it's a no-brainer, to definitely have a defensive asset there. Of course, attacking assets as well. So yeah, definitely going for him there. Now, I think going into the defense, let's switch to selection here because I'm still with the strategy of 2/3 of my team to be less than 5% owned and 1/3 of my team to be 5% owned and over. Now, these things keep changing. So I have to be on alert of this. So currently right now I've got, let's switch this to make transfers so you can see everybody at the same time. Just making sure you can see that. So yeah, you can see everybody nicely there. So currently in my goals, Marcian and Rossi, I'm very happy with them and the fixtures they've got to play. Flamengo is already through, but they're really strong side and they're playing LA, Los Angeles, and they haven't been able to score. So hopefully they'll be able to still not score and Flamengo keep them out as well. I'm sure they're still going to be playing a strongish side because they want to finish on top. So Chelsea will be coming for them in that group basically. Then those two basically are 2% owned. In the defense, I basically again have everybody below 5%. Fran Garcia playing on the left there for Real Madrid. Reno Lodi from Al Hilal. They drew with Madrid in their first game. As the time of recording, haven't played yet against RB Salzburg, but I think they can handle them just off their performance with Madrid. Then Ben Sabani is going to be playing against Uslan HD, and then we've got Colwell there. Who they're playing against again? They are playing against ES Tunis. Yes, I remember. And then I got Nuno Mendes there as the pick, who is over 5%. I'm not happy about that because I feel like where you really gain the most out of that scouting bonus is sorry, the sun's hitting me so much now. I hope that's okay for you guys. Is in the defense. I feel like it's in the defense where you really get the most out of that scouting bonus. So just because of the conundrum that I'm going through, and I think let's finish off going through the team and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So I put Kvaratskhelia in there over 5%. Brandt was 4.9, but the weird thing I remember seeing on day one was Di Gregorio from Juventus. He was on 5%, yet he still got the scouting bonus. So you know, that could be another one of FIFA's things, and dog, I don't know, but hopefully, yeah, if I have to change it, I'm really hoping I don't have to, but we'll see. Then we've got Due there, of course, over 5%. I'm okay with that. Zenon, known to be the set piece taker there for Boca Juniors, is in the front line as well. So I thought, let me go with more attackers there rather than doubling up in the defense with Boca, because I feel like that's where the points really are when it comes to playing against Auckland City. It's the goals and who's on the end of the goals and providing the goals as well. So I'd rather double up there. Then Salim really, Al-Dasri, he's playing against Pachuca in the final day there with Reno Lodi. So I think, of course, they're going to have a field day. I hope so, of course. And you know, after the game with Madrid, of course, they know where Madrid levels, but it's like I mentioned before in match day 1 in that video, I said that game against Al Hilal is going to be tough because Real Madrid themselves, just like Al Hilal, are really discovering themselves in terms of having a new coach and new system, and not all really new players, but having to adjust to some of the new guys coming in and what the coach wants them to do. So I think with Al Hilal, it's more so really just the coach, and I think the coach has come in and done a seamless job there just based on the first game and them being able to survive. So Salim having shown great attributes there, I think he's great talisman there really. And then going into the strike force, Garasi of course is a no-brainer. Marcos there for Al Hilal, he is in the front line. Again, I feel that Al Hilal is going to have a field day there. And then Merentiel there for Boca Juniors. He's the number 9, the guy who's up and front line for them against Auckland City. So that is the squad. Now, I think let's talk about, for me, the conundrum. And the conundrum for me is Chelsea. I am not sure how many Chelsea players I should bring in, because ES Tunis is a team to also target, which I mentioned in my first video on the bottom 8 ranked teams in this entire tournament, and how they're going to be playing against the top ranked teams, basically the top 8 ranked teams. Chelsea, I believe, is actually number 9 in the world, right in the top, I forgot, but in the top 8 teams basically in the tournament. So that being said, you're automatically going to think of Palmer, but Palmer himself doesn't have a good record right now in terms of scoring and open play. I don't even know if they're even going to get penalties. You know, it's like right now I feel like Pedro Neto is a better option than him, you know, and just the way Palmer's playing, he starts off with the build up very deep, and then in the final third he's not really the one making those runs into the box. There's Pedro Neto's the one doing that. So I think Pedro Neto's a better option than Palmer. And then the strike force, you know, Jackson's got a red card, so that 100% puts, for me, Delap front line. I don't think they're going to put George there, or they're going to put Gui. I'm not sure how you pronounce that word, the name, Guiu. Yeah, I believe he's Italian. So, you know, my thought is like, do I put in, do I play Delap? Because his ownership is also, from the last time I checked, it's actually not so bad. He's at 3.2 currently right now. My issue really is more so yeah, I just don't trust Chelsea in all honesty. As much as it's news as a team to attack, I just don't trust Chelsea to really perform to the level we expect them to, as much as they actually have to in order to get through. I think Delap and Pedro Neto will be at the end of the goals if there are a lot of goals. So in terms of transfers to bring in, those two are definitely transfers from Chelsea if you're looking to bring those two in. Then there's the is Dembele back or not? That's another conundrum there when you look at my team, because if I could, what I would do is I would swap Brandt, and I've got budget, like huge budget. It's crazy because of the way I've done my selections in my team. So I could bring in Dembele if he is going to be available, and they say that we might have the team news before. So if that was the case, then I would bring in Dembele, and I would then swap him out for of course, you know, vice versa, and covering Borussia Dortmund, and bring in a Borussia Dortmund defender who is less than 5% own. I think I love Sula. I love the way he moves on the team. He's also there in threats as well. So him and Ben Sabani do really well in the defense. So I'd bring them there, and this team now starts to do what I really wanted it to do, with having everybody in the back line less than 5%. Forward line there, I'm targeting the game basically that PSG is going to be playing. They definitely going to be coming out all guns blazing at Seattle Sounders. Then you got, of course, targeting Auckland, Pachuca, ES News, and then also an Uslan HD as well, because I am just a bit uncertain about Brandt playing and Adeyemi having not starting in the previous game. Because Adeyemi didn't start in the previous game, I'm assuming now they might switch with Brandt not playing. But Brandt is an essential player, you know, so I think they're definitely going to want him for this game. So yeah, that's basically at how I'm looking at. I'm fine without the Al Hilal striker there. You know, I'm very happy for Salim to really take that position there. And then if we're still keeping, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically, which is exactly the strategy of how I want to still keep it. Because again, if you're not sure what my strategy was, it's basically being a lot more differential now, because when we get to the knockout stage, it's going to be very obvious of the picks that we're all going to want to go for, and so it's going to be hard to differentiate then. So it's working out so far now, you know, with a good rank. And of course, I'm going to be having my chips as well, so I want to play those strategically to help me as well, to differentiate there in the knockout stages as well. And for me right now, really, it's all about getting hitting at least 90 points to keep up with those who have been playing their chips, so that when I do play my chip, it can go beyond and above, hopefully, of course, you know, picking the right person as well. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think of my team, of what you think of the squad. Should I bring in Chelsea players? Who am I not thinking about? A lot of the players that I've mentioned here, just to mention in terms of topics, in terms of transfers in, these basically are the players that I would be transferring in the defense, in the midfield. Look out for the news on Dembele, very, very important as well. Yeah, look out for the news on Dembele. And then in terms of teams, these are the teams, quite frankly, that I'll be looking at. So really, really straightforward when it comes to that. I think if I was to just sum it up for you, quite frankly, in terms of goalkeeping, definitely these two goalkeepers, Marceni and Rossi, to bring in below 5%. In the defense, if you're looking for differentials, these are the guys for me that I would be looking at, quite frankly. Sula, Kowal, Ben Sabani, Reno Lodi, Garcia. In the midfield, I wouldn't be necessarily going all differential. Very happy for Kvaratskhelia there. Again, let's hear for news on Dembele. If not Dembele, then of course you can swap him out for more of a different asset like Pedro Neto, as I mentioned, playing E2 You can also bring in Brandt, who's on 5% currently, if you want to look for a differential. So yeah, there's options, very much a lot of options as well. You can also go back into Al Hilal there. Fernando Neves is also an option there. He's a differential. Due in the front line, Zenon there, the excuse me, the talisman, Salim Dalsarari as well in the midfield, completing that. And then the strike force, Garassi, I think is a no-brainer, playing Usulan HD. Delap because of the red card with Jackson, and then Montiel, basically Merentiel for Boca Juniors playing against Auckland City. So yeah, top transfers in, quite frankly, this is my wild card as it stands right now. Only players I would really change hearing on is Delap, Dembele. Yeah, just seeing and waiting more so on Dembele news and more so deciding on Delap if he's somebody I want to keep in the squad or not. But everybody else is very much a lot more locked in. If Dembele is not going to be available playing, then I'll swap him out with Sula, making that switch basically for a more attacking player from Dortmund. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section as well. The most important thing is to hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed the content and want to see more as well throughout the tournament. And then we'll see you guys in the next match day. Peace.